I'd like to talk to you today. This is Bill Fournier about ATI's CSEP preparation course. It's a 3-day course for successfully obtaining the CSEP or ASEP rating. It's the professional certification that INCOSE has for journeyman system engineers. The ASEP is the same thing as the CSEP as far as the exam, but you don't have the experience to immediately get a CSEP. So a lot of people that are interested in becoming system engineer certified but don't have many years out of college might take the ASEP, and then 5 years later they can show they have the experience appropriate to become a CSEP since they already passed the exam and understand the terminology. What we will cover: we'll introduce the course, the CSEP, how it fits into the certification process in COSE, what the value is of it, and how you fill out the application. Then we'll go through an overview of system engineering, the life cycle stages, the technical process, technical management processes, agreement processes, organizational project enabling processes, tailoring, cross-cutting system engineering methods like models and sim, specialty engineering activities like reliability, availability, supportability, and an after-class plan where we talk to you about how best to plan and study for and pass the exam, and a course summary. The main objective here is to give you a high probability of being able to pass the CSEP exam. You'll also learn how to apply successfully for the CSEP, to go through the process of coming up with documenting the amount of experience, etc. Become familiar with the INCOSE System Engineering Handbook and its terminology. The course is aligned in the same order as the handbook, because the handbook is the Bible for the questions on the exam. Understand the technical process to develop a system. There's something like 14 different technical processes that go through the life cycle, starting off with things like requirements and eventually coming to how you might dispose of a system that are in the handbook. And you need to be familiar with the terminology and the processes. And the terminology is the latest system engineering terminology that the handbook has. And the handbook is based on ISO 15228, and so it's just a further decomposition. This course will help you to prepare and study and pass the exam. We probably have more CSEPs that are active now that have taken the course than any other school. Understand the technical management processes, how to plan, assess, control system development. This is where system engineering meets project management or program management. Understand the agreement, organization, and tailoring process to control the system environment. This is where system engineering meets contracting. Understand the specialty engineering activities and develop an effective personal program for how you're going to pass the exam. In the 3-day course, we basically go through the handbook, but we also filter in there an exercise to better understand, not just beyond the knowledge level that's in the handbook, but in case you end up with some application level questions to better understand how we apply system engineering to real systems. Cover the life cycle stages or phases as that you might be called in DoD, but it's in the INCOSE handbook, it's a generic term they use. We'll go through the technical processes, the technical management process, the agreement, the organization, those cross-cutting methods. They were all over the life cycle, where the technical processes tend to be in order of the life cycle, and special engineering, and then an after-class plan. We'll give you various quiz questions similar to the ones you will find on the exam, and we'll give you some practice tests that you can use for your after-class study plan. This shows what the CSEP is as far as the various credentials, certification you get from INCOSE. We talked a little bit about the ASEP as the same exam as the CSEP, but without the experience. Then CSEP, and I happen to be a CSEP and an ESEP. ESEP is like 25 years experience, and the CSEP is usually the stepping stone to that. It's formal recognition. which can become a job discriminator for some people. It also cements in your knowledge of system engineering, becomes a competitive advantage, and it'll help your organization in that you'll be talking the same latest terminology from understanding the handbook and taking the exam. This shows the various technical processes in life cycle, the various processes in System Engineering Handbook version 4. Technical processes are in order, similar to the technical management processes, and they tend to have inputs and outputs that very closely related to each other. Basically cover that whole handbook in the various chapters here. We show chapter 1, 2, then 3, and 4 gets into the technical processes, and 5 is tech management process, etc. All the way through the appendixes, in case there's some area that might be on the exam in there to help you understand and apply what you know and understand the terminology that will be asked on the exam. I hope you get a chance to take this course. I think it'll be very valuable to you, and you too can get your little blue pen for CSEP and wear it on your lapel. Thank you.